use my phone, but the rain keeps fucking me up and I'm holding it like this. I didn't realize that I could just boop, you know? And I'm trying to change my card because I'm a broke college bitch and I couldn't figure out how to do it, right? So I'm just pressing shit like the drunk dumbass I am when all of a sudden a raindrop falls from heaven and it landed right on my phone and it presses the right button for me. And my drunk ass like, God? That you? Like, I like to believe there's a cool guy for things like this, you know? Like your profession doesn't make you use the lockdown browser for quizzes? Cool guy. Michael left you some free food under the guise of an Uber Eats bag in the lobby. Coincidence? I think not. Right? I like to believe he's just up there like, give him a better order than his order. Give him the wrong order, or make it a better order than his order. But I fucking hate the rain. Like this one time it was pouring, non-Russian related rain, right? And I only had 10 minutes to make it to Popeyes before it closes. Real world shit, right? And so I'm running, right? And there's a crosswalk, and there's people, I'm trying to gauge whether or not I can cross, and it's pouring, and there's people waiting, and there's cars coming, I'm like, do I go, do I not go, do I go, do I not go? And I'm like, am I really about to risk my life for Popeyes right now? Like, the chicken sandwich is not that good. It's not that good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good. Like, I will kill someone for a Popeye chicken sandwich. I just want to kill myself. You know, like, that's fair, right? So I went across the street and I made it safely. You know why? Cool guy. He was up there. He was like, make sure he gets across the street safely. And give him an extra biscuit when he gets there. VR porn is crazy. But you know, I really like to admire how far the porn industry has come. You know, like the evolution. Because back in the day, motherfuckers had to just stare at a picture of titties like a caveman. And then they could actually watch sex like a caveman. But now they can experience the sex in VR. You know? And then, what's next? You're gonna actually step outside and have sex? Like, this is crazy, guys. I don't know. This might be getting out of hand. Unrelated, you know who must have had a lot of sex? Scarface. Yeah. And I realized the other day, I wouldn't want to be friends with Scarface. I know a lot of you guys are like, what, Matthews? Like, he's such a great guy. And I know, and he's objectively handsome too. What with that scarred face and all. But I just feel like if I was his friend, he just wouldn't respect me as a friend. You know? Because what does he do in the most iconic scene of the movie? Motherfucker busts out with a big ass machine gun, capable of mowing down 100 men in 30 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. You know? What did he say? Say hello to my little friend. Fuck you, Scarface. Okay? I feel like if I was his friend, it'd be like, when will I ever be enough for you, Tony? Right? It's like I'll finally become a doctor, and he'll be like, okay, now you are like medium friend. You want to be big friend? How about you keep our Snapchat streak? Fucking son of a bitch. Talk about sons of bitches. My older cousin, just kidding, auntie, I love you. My older cousin used to make these empanadas. They were so good. They were so good. It was like his ancestors had handed him down the recipe of 1,000 pollo asados, and he was just putting in that work every single day. And he figured out that he could sell them at school, right? And they were so good, they would fly. They would fly. He'd be sold out by first period. It got to the point where people would buy 5 to eat 2 and then sell the other 3 on the black market after school because that's how he rolled. And he would make 500 pastillos every single morning, sell them all before first period. He would have $1,000 in his pockets every single day. He had to bring him in duffel bags like he was fucking Empanada El Chapo on Narcos. Fucking, psst, órale, wey. Ham and cheese or beef, cabron, what you want? Type of shit, you know? And when pastillos weren't enough for him, he started slinging chocolate, which is too bad because, you know, if he hadn't gone down such a dark path in life, I feel like he really could have gone somewhere. But he started slinging chocolate, and the teachers were catching on, so because he had to start selling them during class, right? And so he would gather fucking field intel on what their favorite candies were, so he could bribe them with it. Like we were on season 2 of fucking Narcos Empanada. Like, what is going on in this school? You know? And Fucking one day the teachers picked him up. They were like, Holmes, they're on to you, Holmes. And so he took himself out the game for the game. Took him out. You know? And it's like, I'm glad he did because he was only, one step away from like Colombian empanada hippos, you know? And then, okay. And then, but I feel like if he died in some sort of vicious drive-by the baked goods game, you know, he would have gone straight to heaven. But not just any heaven, cool heaven. And cool God would have been up there, and he would have been like, bro, you are not going to believe the VR porn we have up here. Thank you so much, Matthew.